Hey everybody, Theodore here. TWB Paradise is where I reside um, every day, all day, every day, because TWB Paradise is actually up here. Um, it exists virtually on Facebook as a page, and it's about to exist virtually as a true website. But I have something I want to share with you today. I know you're so used to my beautiful inspirations and motivations, and I'm happy that I can share it with you. Let me see if anyone wants to pop in tonight. I don't know. It's a little late, so I know a lot of people aren't going to be popping in, but it's fine. I'm just going to give a few in. Not too many, just a few. So, I'm not even going to go over the regular stuff. I'm not going to do hashtag lie, hashtag replay. Y'all know the spiel. But, build a better version of the best you. That's what I'm here to do. What's going on, my great brother Tim, my great brother Pierre? How are y'all doing? I'm so happy and grateful that you're here. But I'm gonna kind of remove the mask today. Yeah, this is just part of me. This isn't how I always am. The deep down aspects of me are rooted in the subconscious that I was brought up through. Me being a biracial child, I experienced discrimination and bias on both ends. I was discriminated by white people because they knew I had a black father, so they called me black. And then because I grew up around a whole bunch of white people and I talked a certain way and act a certain way, I was called white boy by the black people, and I was mistreated. But black folks aren't racist. I don't know who told them that lie. But the thing is, there's always been two sides to how I act. I'm very happy now than I ever been. But at a time, there was no light there. Anger, darkness, fear, hate, all ravaged my mind at all times. I even have a struggle now where I get in my mind and I start to slack back into that old way of thinking. And the crazy part is none of us acknowledge the fact that we have different sides of our personality. We all suffer from some type of multiple personality disorder. We just may not want to acknowledge it. Okay? And that's why the importance of trying to deprogram your subconscious so that you can reprogram it to be in a better position. And I know a lot of people don't even realize that there's other aspects of themselves. A lot of people think that they are just who they are and that's it, and they're never going to change, they're always going to be the same, and everything's going to be great or everything's going to be bad. You don't understand. It's the ebb and the flow amongst all of it, So when I come on here and I'm all, hey, so I'm happy, I'm genuinely being the person that I want to be. I want to be that way, and I want to be that way all the time. But then there's times when if you don't see me do a video for a while, it's really because in my head, I'm in there. And I'm struggling with my issues with that I face in my day-to-day life. Marriage isn't perfect. It's not bad. It's just not perfect. So we go through issues. Being that that I do gig work and I'm trying to build something else and I have all these different things going on, sometimes bills don't get paid. So the stress of that can get in the way. Parents might get on my nerves about something that they've done in the past that might respite because of a situation. So that might come up. Only God is perfect. Oh, Pierre, you don't even want to know my real opinion on that. Because in reality, if there were perfection, no one would exist. I feel so. I feel like that's the truth. But Pierre, you inspired me. Yes, brother, you inspired me. You inspired me to pen or speak. I normally see, the thing is, I love the fact that I can speak into a phone and it types because I'm lazy, so I don't like to type. So what I'll do is I'll speak it out, then I'll go back and correct it with the punctuation. Sometimes you can tell because I might put up a post and it'll say, it's supposed to say to, and it'll say like do, or it'll be something crazy, and it'll be like, and y'all be like, and then he's like, oh yeah, thanks for sharing, and I'm like, why don't you just critique me? There's only like one person who've ever really pointed that out, and I appreciate him for doing that. I mean, I don't like it. Of course I don't like it. Duh. Who likes being criticized? Nobody. But it's nice to know that someone is looking out for how you look to other people. Because even though I know people say, oh, don't worry about what other people think. You're right. Don't worry about what other people think. But you should be you should be aware of what other people think of you. If people feel a negative thing about you, you need to know why that is. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to grow yourself as a person. But I wanted to share this in me reading it. Because I don't want people to think that, because you got to realize, I'm kind of like one of those creative people that don't like to take credit for what I do. Like I said, I create my content, I create my copy, I create all the things I do. I don't outsource that crap. I can, and I probably will outsource it, maybe being published out, but I'll never give that over to somebody else. I'll always keep that for me because I like creating stuff. I like creating, digital flyers and stuff. I like writing copy. I like writing poetry, even though I know it's not always going to get me the most attention or sales, which is cool because honestly, if you don't want to purchase it or if you don't want to buy into my message because you don't like the way it sounds, guess what? It wasn't for you. And we all have to understand that in all aspects of our life. It's not always meant for you. Don't ever think that everything in life is meant for you. It's not. You can create situations to where it could be, but in the reality of it all, it's not always meant for you. So don't take it personal. Don't take it as a slight. Just be like, okay, that's just not for me. But of course, people will take it personal. They will take it as a slight. They will be biased. That's just how the world is. We can't keep saying that we want to eliminate racism, we want to eliminate war, we want to eliminate this, we want to eliminate that. But there's always going to be differentiating opinions. So if there's always going to be that, there's always going to be a chance that it's going to erupt into something bigger. Even within ourselves. Like I said, within us, there's a constant battle going on between which personality is going to take over to be the alpha, who's going to run it all. And sometimes it's going to be the light side of you. It's going to be the loving, caring, happy. And then other times it's going to be the dark, dank, crazy, wild person part of you. I mean, it's unavoidable. That's why I believe in the Taoist belief of the yin and yang. The yin and yang is, light and dark, opposites. But the reality of this universe states that there has to be a dark and a light to achieve balance. That's the only way. If only light exists, eventually nothing will exist. If only dark exists, eventually nothing will exist. But by there being two sides, it creates that balance that will stabilize. Now you can be more on the light or more on the dark. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can be more on the light or more on the dark. But at the end of the day, you're still striving to get to that balance. And I know people be like, oh, there's no such thing as that. Well, in the pure sense, it's going to always try to get back to that, no matter what you do. That's why the subconscious programming is so critical, because if the programming is done right, you can stay more onto the side that you want to be on. So if you want to be happy all the time and you want to be joyous and praiseful and all that other great stuff, you're going to be if you keep your programming there. But, if you want to live in the darkness, because there's a lot of people who like that. They love living in the darkness. They just, for some reason, they enjoy it. And those people, that's why they stay there. But, of course, when you're like someone like me, where you grew up in a dual world, where everything was skewed at all times, no matter what side you went on, it was always something that made it where you didn't fit in. So you had to adapt your mindset to stay within that environment so that no one would continuously push you out. And learning that ability to adapt is it's important, but it's costly, because you really sometimes don't know where the real you lies. You don't. And when you're looking to find which side you want to be on, the light or the dark, you have to go to a whole different level of consciousness that a lot of people don't understand, because they're not willing to put in the work to get away from what they don't want. They get defeated by it. They say, okay, I'm going to surrender to it because I am not trying to fight it. Though if they fought just a little longer, they would actually make it to where they originally wanted to go. What you think? Think it's true? Think it's a lie? Let me know. Comments. But I'm gonna read this. Sorry if I'm sorry if I have to read it off my phone. I mean, I could have freestyled it, but no, I couldn't have. I just want to. It says I'm falling to the darkness. And actually it could have I'm falling to the light. Or it can be darkness and light. It's really just whatever perspective you want to take from it. But let's go. I've fallen into the darkness. Now I am happy. The light has blinded my awareness, so I feel crappy. I've fallen into the abyss. I'm flying on golden wings. wings. The high beam of greatness looms near. I fall dead as my heart sings. Reach out into the nothing. A joyous grimace smirks ear to ear. The comforting wings of heavenly angels cuff my gratitude and fear. Death grips my eternal soul. I fall to the ground in tremendous laughter. Life drips my mind. Some deep and luminous fury as it proceeds down through hell's ladder. I am devoid of emotion. Oh, I wish it, yet it never comes so sweet. Have blessings been shined in brightness, yet destroyed like twice burnt meat? The world I live in is of a dual path that must be traveled in the same presence. The universe that I inhabit is grand with a putrid essence. So happy, so joyous, so wonderful, so amazing, so full of wonder and harmony. So full of hate, so full of darkness, so full of anger, so full of fear, so full of death and despair. This is my existence. It's a pleasure to share. So, what you think? Pretty good, huh? I guess. I don't know. I wanted to speak it. I think Ooh. The crazy part about that is it's almost like the Cedar Journey. Now that is a more or less a historical document of how I really felt years ago. It showcased the flip-floppiness. You know, it's crazy because when I was working at my job, I would find myself at times, of course, I'd be happy, and then at the other times I'd be like hitting walls and punching glass out and being crazy. But it was like I never had control over my emotions to the point where I could actually keep myself stable. But through personal development, through the teachings of Bob Proctor, because see, Pierre, I know, see, because there was a lot of things that happened in my younger life when I was young, and a lot of things I didn't acknowledge, a lot of things that I went through that I had no control over. And it kind of made me internalize it for years. And then one day, hey, one day I made a mistake, a really big one, and it cost my family almost everything. So as I start to realize that I had to figure out some way to correct it. I didn't know that I was going to meet Loretta Ward, MWR. I didn't know that she was going to introduce me to Bob Proctor. I didn't know that I was going to absorb that and understand that how important that concept was. I didn't know that I was going to start studying Napoleon Hill, John C. Maxwell. I didn't know that I was going to renew in faith. Even though I'm not a blind, faithful person. I do question, but that's the right that we're given. But I'm so happy and grateful that I found all that. Because if I didn't, that's my world. That would have stayed just like that. And it would have got worse. But I want you to know that that's why I fight so hard for my brothers and sisters. Because I know there's people who've gone through the same thing. I know there's people who went through the same, like I said, gone through or going through still. And just know you can change your life. You can get out of your own head. You can create the life you want. You can do it. But you want to know the big question is, do you want to? Oh, so many people forget that. You can do whatever you want. And you can't do what you don't want to do. Like I said, don't want. It's all about want to. If you don't want to change your life, it's not a crime. You don't have to. No one's gonna get mad at you for that. You will, but no one else would, because most people don't care about your life. You have that select few that care. And you know those people who care. We all know the people who care, because they're the only ones who do. I created TW Financial Paradise so I could try to make money. I changed it to TWBU Paradise because I want to help people change their lives. Don't stop being you. Don't. You're the best. But you can get better. That's what it's here for. Call to action. Build a better version of the best you sanctuary. That's where the magic goes down. You know, I've been fighting so hard to get people to share and to participate. I've honestly just gotten to the point where I'm not going to fight for it. You know, if you don't want to, don't. But just know that it's going to keep going on, and it's going to keep growing, and it's going to keep adding in bigger and better things to help everyone create the life they want. And that's what I'm here for. My profile used to say entrepreneur, it used to say mentor, coach, it used to say all this. Right now, it reads Theodore White BU Paradise. Husband, father, supporter of my great brothers and sisters. I'm not an entrepreneur. At least I'm not trying to be. I'm not a marketer. I know marketing. but I'm not a marketer. I'm not some investor tycoon who's trying to get all this money together. I'm trying to make my impact in the world. My life purpose is to help you create the life you want and bring it to fruition, whatever way you want to. I'm not judging you. Not anymore. But just remember, in order to get something, you have to give something. I don't mind giving what I can. But do you? So am I you? Are you me? Are you? Answer that. Don't put it in the comments. Just answer. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm probably going to go on and put that out on a post so that everyone can see such great works. I would think. I don't know. Should I do that? I might keep it to myself. I might put it in my book. I actually owe Pierre owe you 4 poems and a biography, so I'm going to get those together for you so that you can put it together. I'll tell you, my biography will probably say a few things about what may have happened in my life. But really, my philosophy now is more build a better version of the best you. As you continue with positive change that helps you develop a renewed sense of life purpose. Because you're always going to have, always, no matter what, an amazingly blessed, a tremendously prosperous, positively peaceful, and magnificently abundant life. You know, I'll share this over to YouTube, but no one will watch it. I'll share it to IGTV, maybe 1 or 2 will watch it. I leave it on my page, maybe a few will watch it. But guess what? It's okay. I'm not going to sit here and try to fix everything at once anymore. I put it out there. You want it, come get it. You don't worry about it. I still love you. My great brothers and sisters, Pierre, I love you, my brother. My great brother. My amazing brother. You inspire me daily, bro. I don't know what it's like to have been addicted to drugs. I've never done drugs. I don't know how it is to be alcoholic. My dad and my grandma and a lot of my family members are alcoholics, drug addicts. It never appealed to me. But see, I had to suffer the other effects of someone who does that stuff. One realistic thing, and this is real. I was 13. We just moved to Atlanta. My father was a crackhead, and he got my mom to start doing it. One night, he woke me up and he said, "Hey, get your Nintendo, get all your collectibles, get everything that you have, get it, and bring it to the living room." My sister was like, I think she was 2, maybe 1.5. My older sister. He told me, he said, "Now pack it all up." I'm like, "What are you doing?" He said, I'm taking it. Don't you worry about what I'm doing with it. You know, my aunt who passed away some years ago on my mom's side gave me a whole bunch of trading cards and stuff, and she was like, "Hey, start your collection so you can, build for your, when you get older." He took it all and sold it to the crack, the dealer. When you're that age and you just have stuff taken from you because of someone else's selfish habit, how do you think that makes you feel? So, for me to be on this personal development journey, it's a little bit more important because it keeps me out of here. Because this is where you mess yourself up at. It's not the outside environment. It's inside environment. If you can't get peace there, you won't ever have peace. You can go to all the sermons you want. You can meditate forever. You can read all the affirmations. But until you truly want peace, there will never be peace. That's why in our home we don't have TVs. We're normally quiet all the time. Because in the household I grew up in, yelling, cursing, people telling people about how they are, always loud, always combative. So I don't want nothing but silence, unless we're just conversating. Are you me? Am I you? Acknowledge that, people. But anyway, you can join the group, build a better version of Best You Sanctuary if you want. If you want, I can help you with your path to this. Been through some things. I think I might be able to empathize a little. But thank you, my great brother Pierre. I do appreciate you being on, man. I'm pretty sure most people don't want to hear what I just said because it kind of will open up the doors for them to see back into themselves what they don't want to see, what they've suppressed and tried to forgotten. Remember, be you. Not be the person who forgets where they came from. Not be the person who suppresses all, runs from pain, runs from change, runs from everything. Be you. Be you. TWBU Paradise. Theodore White, BU Paradise. Think about that name. Theodore White, BU Paradise. That's something I'm telling myself every time I read that. Be you. Be the best you. And then get better. Mm-hmm. Thank you, my brother. Hey, that's all I do it for, man. I do it to help. Because there's so many people out here that are just trying to get over on folks. I'm not one of them. But there's so many people who try to get over on me. It ain't right. But you know what? But it's okay. I'm gonna make it. That's a good song by Whitney Houston. I like that song. Anyway, let me go. I'm just on here rambling. I know if I put this on YouTube, people are going to be like, oh, God, you're not even entertaining us. You're just talking. Laughter is a good thing. It makes you feel good. That's why people like go to comedy shows. They don't go there because they just go there. They go there because they want to laugh. I know, right? That's a good song, ain't it? But anyway, be sure to share this out if you feel this can help someone. If you know anybody who needs this, tag them. Please do it. Please do it. Because we need to get this message out to everyone. And we need to make sure they see it and they understand it. Because that's going to be the only way we can change this world for the better. For real. Not for $1 million. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.